Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So today I present you Lucky 8, a very complex, very sophisticated and nice casino game for every server or every single player world. Doesn't matter, Bedrock or Java, it works in all versions of Minecraft. So, but first of all I have to make two announcements before we dive directly into this video. The first one is, maybe some of you noticed last week there was no video, and I just tried to keep up my 1 week upload schedule for like over 1.5 years now, and last week I missed it. And the reason for that is I'm now a little bit more busy than I was before in my job, so I have a little bit more responsibility now, and therefore I will schedule my videos to once every 2 weeks. So only 2 videos per month for now. I think I can increase the frequency in the future again, but for now it will be 2 videos per month, otherwise I cannot handle it or the quality will suffer. I don't want to have either of those things happening. So that's why I also try to make like a little bit more sophisticated builds, a little bit more nice and complex builds like you have here in the background. And the second announcement is I had a little mistake in my last video where I have QC powering that only appears in Java versions of Minecraft of the bottom row of droppers. So if you watched my last video, there is now a up-to-date world download link in the video description and also in the pinned comment. I will also link this video in the info card section on the right top of the screen now, and that's where you can find the corrected version. And once more, many thanks to our suggester for today's video, and his name is, or her name is Elia Solazzi. And yeah, she's basically a German, so yeah, you cannot read that for most of my viewers, so I will just translate it very shortly. I will just sum it up, and basically she wants me to do a Lucky 8 machine where we have 9 horizontal lamps in the background. You can see them here, and we need to get to lamp 8 to get double our initial payout, and we can also select our initial payment. So we can do like 1 to X diamonds, and we will get then double the amount back if we hit the 8th lamp, and only the 8th one. If we hit like 1 to 6, nothing will happen. 9, we will lose. And 7 is like a special lamp, but we can get our initial investment at least back. So that's the facts I had to build this machine. And yeah, I think I came up with a very, very satisfying concept. I made like all of your wishes a reality. And yeah, that's the basically advantage of launching a video every 2 weeks, since there's a little bit more time of investigating, playing around. This machine took me like 4 hours to just build the first version of it. Then like weeding out the bugs and stuff like this took me another hour or so, but you get the idea. It takes a lot of time to design those machines and to make them function properly, and also to get rid of all the bugs, since I don't want to launch again a video which is with that has a mistake in there. So thanks again for suggesting. We're gonna dive directly into today's video, and it will be structured into 2 parts as always. The first part will be the explanatory part, and the second part will be the building part. It is a very compact version of this machine. It can do a lot. There are so many different circuits in there. I really struggle to like find a nice flow to explain it to you, but I will try to make it to you as familiar as possible, this machine, by going through examples. So the first you may notice is we can insert here 1 to 63 diamonds. Why 1 to 63? Because we have here this programmed hopper with some secretly named items. That's a simple item filter. It just filters out diamonds in our case. You can use any other item. And since there's 1 already in slot, we can use 1 up to 63 diamonds in the first slot. Then we're full. That's why it's 1 to 63. You could increase it further by just waiting and like inserting more as the dropper sucks the items down, but I limited it here 63 items, as you can see here in this dropper. There are exactly 63 in there, so if you put in 64, doesn't matter, the machine only counts 63 items in there. So we have here a very nice version of an item counter. So each time an item gets into this dropper here from the hopper on the top, it will generate a redstone signal that will transfer 1 item from this dropper to the left into that dropper. And we remember that for later. So let's, for example, put in there like 12 diamonds or so. And then we can see here very well, they're all getting transferred into the chest here where our profits will be stored. And here there will be exactly 12 items in this dropper. And after a certain amount of time, you are not supposed to put in any more diamonds, and the machine locks itself. So that's why there's a diamond block. We cannot put any more currency in there. We are now locked at 12 diamonds. And this machine allows us to double those diamonds or get it back. So we can double them if we hit lamp 8. That's why also this machine is called Lucky 8. So if we hit the 8th of those 9 horizontal lamps, we can get double our initial investment. So if we insert, for example, 64 diamonds, we can get 63 diamonds, we can get 126 back, which is awesome. So that's the maximum amount of diamonds you can win in this machine. But there's also like a small like second prize. If we get to the orange one, we can play like another slot and risk it. Or we can like, hey, okay, I made it up to orange, let's pay it out. You can select the out payment option and you just get your original diamonds back. You inserted already. So at least you made just a slight loss by inserting the diamonds there, because you have to pay for each progression step. So yeah, at least you can get some of them back. And we have here 2 lamps. This one here is the processing lamp. As long as the machine is processing diamonds, it's on. As soon as it's off, as you can see here, we're not allowed to put in any more diamonds. Here are simple droppers with the diamonds there. That's where just all the prices are. And this lamp here in the floor, in the middle there, is the processing lamp for this slots here, that you don't put too fast the diamonds in and waste them. You have to wait until the lamp is off, until you can insert another item. So, but what happened here? So I told you, put 12 magenta blocks from right to left. And we also closed this T flip-flop here. So we moved it just from the left one to the right one. Yeah, that also just starts some circuits in the background. And the heart of this machine is each time we insert 1 diamond, we get a random output here, as we can see here in the signal in blue. And we have 50% chance, like the first one, another 50% chance dropper-hopper combination. And what these 2 dropper-hopper combinations allow us to do is to progress 50% the time 1 lamp further, 25% of the time 2 lamps further, and the remaining 25% of the time 3 lamps further. So that's why we have different progression rates here. We have either 1, 2, or 3 lamps at a time. And that allows us to make it a completely random game. And I can show it to you now. I just insert here a diamond. I have to pay that. So yeah, now we got 3 lamps. And now this lamp is off. We can put in another diamond. So we put in another one. Let's see. Oh, we're really lucky. So we only had to insert 2 diamonds so far to get to lamp 6. We need to get to 7 or 8. So if we get 3 another time, we will lose everything since we hit lamp 9. We cannot hit anything beyond lamp 9 or beyond lamp 8. It also doesn't matter if we are at lamp like 1 to 6, so nothing happens. I have to insert 1 more diamond here. Oh yeah, I already won the jackpot again. So once more, we just get the payout. I think we put in 12 diamonds, so we should get 24 back. I guess that's what we did. Let's try it out. Yes, 24. So we doubled our investment. Great. And now I will show you one more case where we can select the payout option. So let's try it this time with 10 diamonds. So now we want to check the payout version. So we place in 10 diamonds. The machine processes those 10 diamonds again. So we can see here, we just get here to 10. Perfect. Then we move here the X from right to left, and the machine blocks us from inserting any more diamonds. Now I'm out of diamonds, which is also not great. So I just grab another stack real quick. So we place in the first one. Let's see where it's get us. And of course this machine basically requires you to put in high bets. So 1 diamond is really not recommended, or even 2, because if you insert 2, your maximal reward will be 4, and you have like, in theory, you need like 3 to 4 diamonds at least to get even to orange. So that's why I would recommend this machine only for higher bets. So like 10 diamonds and more. So now we would need 2 more lamps to get to the outpayment version of our slice. So now I will just very shortly manipulate the machine to get us 100% of the time to 2 diamonds. So don't care about that. I just remove the randomness. So now we should end up here in this orange slice. And then we have a choice to make. So now we're at the orange slice. The orange slice basically allows us now, by closing this green wool end gate here, so this one is still on, is already on this end gate here. Sorry, this one is already off this torch. And by selecting the payout option, we will depower the second torch, which is this T flip-flop here, and therefore powering those two torches, and those will trigger the payout option. So that's basically how the payout works. But we can also, in theory, try our best of luck, and I will also put that back so I will not forget it. We can also try the best of our luck and try to progress one lamp further, since the odds of progressing one lamp are 50%. So we would have now a 50% chance of winning the jackpot, and not only winning our initial payment back and even making a slight loss, since we placed in a lot of diamonds in there already. So, but now I will like play it safe and like, hey, I had enough, let's pay it out. So if we pay it out, I already told you, this torch now will be off, and we will get our initial 10 diamonds back. So I will just remove them. And as we can see here, only the left dropper is not triggering, not the right one. The right one will only trigger if we get double the amount. So that's, we have now our 10 diamonds back. That's how the machine works basically. I really like the concept, and now I'm also trying to get a little bit more into the redstone behind it. So the heart of it, of course, I already told you that, is this randomization mechanism where we have a 50, 25, 25 split chance of hitting 1, 2 or 3 lamps. And then we're gonna insert those pulses into this dark green pulse adder mechanism. It just adds pulses, and yeah, it just does that was what it says. So just for very short, I will insert now 3 diamonds. Would be very stupid, of course, I told you that, since 3 diamonds only makes your max payout of 6, and yeah, you have to insert a lot of diamonds to even play the game. But just for demonstration purposes, 3 is now enough. So if I just add here some pulses, just grab myself here a button and place it like here, it doesn't disturb. That's like 1 lamp progression, that's like the second lamp progression, the third lamp progression, and so on. We can just add there all the lamps we want to do. So this part at the bottom here, the blue one, is just for adding 1, 2 or 3 pulses at random to this machine. So that's what it does. So, and now we just gonna select the version where we just die basically. So 1 more lamp. So now we're at 1 before we can select the payout, but if we get like 3, we would already die. So since the game will reset automatically, and it does so. Here we have the signal strength cell. So let's try to get a look at it. Here, if we reach now 3 more lamps, we have here 3 unpowered redstone. If we reach 3 more, we will trigger automatically this pink circuit, and the pink one is just resetting everything. It's basically just a reset circuit. And yeah, here this pink circuit is the payout circuit, but I will like go over this in a second. So now I will just manipulate the machine to do 3 100% of the time. So I will just remove here the X, and here I will remove, yeah, this one here. So now we will have 3. I just removed the randomness again. So now let's put in the last diamond. We should lose now on purpose. So for demonstration, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Now we won, or basically we lost, and the machine just resets and we get nothing. So yeah, that's basically how it works. We get nothing, machine resets, and we lost all our diamonds we initially inserted in the machine. And this machine is also completely foolproof. So if we want to, for example, select the payout option, nothing will happen. If we select, for example, the option where we insert here a diamond, nothing will happen, since all those mechanisms only work if we paid something, if we invested something. So don't put in there your diamonds, you will just lose them. And yeah, it's also super foolproof. Everything resets itself, everything is double resetting, since we have here observers in case like a server lag or something occurs. If you do it in multiplayer, we have no like super hardcore clocks in there, so it should be completely possible multiplayer, but sometimes their redstone is a little bit weird. That's why I just insert their observer, just for redundancy. We reset each circuit twice, so yeah, just for a little bit more safety. And yeah, you can also not trick the machine with anything. We have item filters everywhere. And the last thing I want to explain is this pink circuit here, and I will show you how this one works. We just like insert, yeah, just 4 diamonds in there. Just grab a bunch from there and let the machine do its thing. So as soon as we hit the 8th lamp, which is that one here, we depower the torch, power this one here at the top, and the signal should be able to travel through. This piston, as well as that one, for the payout circuit is the green one, the pink one is just the lamp 8 circuit. So both of those pistons are extended, except for one time when we hit the randomization button. So then they are just retracted. And the reason for that is, for example, if we would be right here, as I showed you before, and we hit 3 more lamps, we would inevitably activate this redstone torch, and therefore inevitably trigger our payout system each time we just light it like shortly, and that piston retraction just prevents us from doing so. So we insert another one, and now the signal could travel through, and none of the actual redstone signal would travel through since this piston here is retracted, and this one as well. So then the signal travels further, and if the 8th lamp is hit, like this one will be powered, powering this T flip-flop here and moving this piston with the block there. And that allows us to not even access the first one, but also the second dropper with the goodies in there. And if we just select the payout version, which is the green circuit, we follow this lamp here, we can just see we do not trigger this piston there, and we just get access to 1 dropper. That's why we have 2 droppers for the case of the red slice and 1 dropper in case of the orange just payout slice. Yeah, and here we just have a bunch of redstone going on, where we have here this redstone torch, which is right from down there, the system where we know how many diamonds we inserted in the first place. So it will just power a clock as long as there are items in there. So if there are like 64 items or 63 items in there, it will do the circle 63 times and will give you 63 items. But in this case, we would only get 4. And we just travel up here, this torch ladder, and we just, as soon as we hit either the green one, as we can see here they combine the green one and the pink one, they combine in this version here. After, of course, the selection or the distinction between double payout or single payout, they combine here and switch this block right to the left, and by doing so they allow this redstone torch to close the circle where we get the payout. I will show you how that works in a second, and we have it in action. But to make it a little bit more interesting, we now artificially will put in there like 30 more, so we have now, yeah, 30, that's not an even number, like do 32. Now we simulated putting in there 32 diamonds. Let's try the best of our luck. So we can risk 1 more since 3 is maximum. Let's see if we can get there. Now we could do payout, so we would at least get the 32 back, and I will show you how that works. So now I will select payout, and it will just move this block over. And now we will trigger this circuit here like 32 times. And by doing so, we travel upwards with the signal. This block is now over there, allowing the circuit to close. We do not get double payout since this block is not there, but we get at least the 32 items. Yeah, and we also get our payout diamond back. So let's try it. We should now have 32. Perfect. Yeah, that's basically how this machine works. I won't go into much more detail since it's a rather complicated circuit. And it's super hard to understand if you're not completely like a redstone nerd, like I am most of the time. So with that explained, thanks for watching the first part of the video. And now I will go into the second one, which is the block by block tutorial. So welcome to the block by block tutorial part. And don't be scared away, as always, I pre-built a section with a platform of 10 by 17, 10 by 17, but it's only 8 blocks until we hit this frame. It's 9 blocks until we hit basically this green frame and 10 blocks until we hit the lamps themselves. So make sure to build it. It should be very easy by just pausing the video. And also here the floor is rather easy to build. Here we have just a hopper which is facing downwards. Here we have just concrete. Here we have diamond with a slab, and to the hoppers beneath I will come afterwards. And here we will just have a trapdoor, some pre-filled droppers with diamonds, and the 9 horizontal lamps. So that's our beginning. Then here in the background we have, behind this birch trapdoor, we have 2 hoppers facing to the left, one facing like in this direction. And here on the bottom, beneath the slab, we have 2 hoppers facing to the right. One of them is facing into a large double chest. And here we just have an upwards facing dropper diagonally to the hopper, and we just cover it with some quartz. And then we're gonna put in there some hoppers, and we can already now place in here the first circuit, which looks like this. It's just a self-emptying dropper. If you place in anything there, it will empty out itself. So then we're gonna build here in this 4x2x2 hole this kind of shape. We just get in more redstone dust, repeater, then we're gonna place a redstone torch, and we're gonna adjust or basically make the first item filter. And by doing that, we just configure it like this, placing in there 3 diamonds. Oh, sorry, 3 diamonds. The third one should already end up in our profit chest. So that's the first part done. Then we'll go here to a second item filter, which looks like this. And we'll also configure it to look like this. And also 1, 2, 3. The third one should already be in this hopper here. So then here on the top, we should have directly, like next to our winning droppers, just a piece of redstone dust with a repeater on a pink wool. Here another redstone dust, sticky piston facing that direction, comparator facing in this direction, 2 droppers facing into each other, and in the left one is an X. And here we're just gonna have ourselves a redstone dust, which looks like this, just powering this block. So I will just come after to that later. So next up, we're gonna get a sticky piston facing in this direction, a diamond block, just covering the hole afterwards. And now we have to place in our droppers. The first one will be here. Then we're gonna need some hoppers. We're gonna need a barrel here and another dropper. And then we're gonna need some composters to prevent lag. So just a little bit more lag friendly if we place in here some composters. So now there should be also our diamond. We can now remove it. So next up, we're gonna have here our double chest, which looks like this. We're gonna have our self-emptying dropper mechanism right here. So just place it in like this. And here we just have another circuit built in a second. So from here on, we're just gonna build another one right here, another block right there. And here we're gonna have our 2 main droppers where we just place in here 63 items. Doesn't matter where we put them. So with that done, we can now place in here 2 more redstone dust. We can now place in here a comparator, there a comparator, another redstone dust. Very sorry, they're wrong way around, like this. And we also gonna place in here a redstone torch. We're gonna place here redstone torch and here redstone torch. So that's just for the indication lamp up there. So then we're gonna build here a sticky piston. Here we're gonna have 2 tick repeater. Here we're gonna have a dropper, and they're facing into each other. And in the right one, we're just gonna place any item. Doesn't really matter. I just now pick this shard here. But I would be more satisfied with a non-stackable one, since in some cases it's important, and I just want to make it consistent for all the cases. Then we're gonna just place here a block, another block, slab, basically some blocks, and we just connect it. Then we're gonna need a different wool color here for the reset circuit afterwards. Yeah, it will just come from right over there. Doesn't really matter, just place it in there, just temporary. Then we're gonna have a comparator, redstone torch in this direction. That's why there's also a repeater to prevent them from connecting. And now we're just gonna have 1, 2, and all the way back some more redstone dust like this. And a small adjustment, just placing the block right here instead of there. And I also misplaced those droppers. Very sorry for that. They should really go here. Otherwise, we have a problem. So just place them right there. Here is the magenta circuit. We're gonna have here a repeater, a redstone comparator, repeater. then a sticky piston, some more redstone dust, some more redstone dust, repeater set to 2 ticks, repeater set to 2 ticks, and some pink wool. Just grab it real quick and place it here, there, here, and there. So that's our torch tower for later, but let's now focus on the purple one. So now we're gonna place in here repeater, here 1, 2 redstone dust, then we're gonna have a comparator facing in this direction, comparator facing in that direction, then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 repeater right here, then we're gonna have a redstone lamp right here, and we're gonna have a green wool line which will go this direction afterwards, and here also some observers, just like place 5 or so. We will need or come to that afterwards. Next up, we're gonna need a target. The target will be right here. And then we're also gonna need a few more wool colors, like so. And now we basically want to have here 2 pieces of redstone and here 2 pieces of redstone, just like so. And right there will be a repeater set to 4 ticks. Right here there will be a repeater set to 4 ticks. Here will be a sticky piston, here will be a sticky piston, green, blue, and here we just gonna have a comparator reading the output of that dropper, and here we just have a repeater set to 1 tick, sorry. Now I cannot get out there, so I have to get my target once more. So, and here we're just gonna have a redstone dust, not a piston, that should be repeaters. Here we're gonna have a repeater, there we're gonna have a block, and here we're gonna have a redstone dust, like this. So then we can expand these platforms here, and now we're able to do comparators and comparators in the other direction with some more redstone dust, like this. And here we have a repeater, redstone dust, and some more redstone dust. We just connected up with that circuit over there. Next we're gonna build right here a repeater, piston, sticky one, repeater set to, redstone dust, repeater set to 2 ticks, a pre-configured dropper that looks like this, just stackable and non-stackable item in there. Yeah, basically a hopper and a composter. And from here on, we're just gonna grab ourselves repeater, 2 tick, the right one, sticky piston, just normal redstone dust. Here we're gonna have 2 tick output. Here we're gonna have 2 tick output. Then we're gonna have here this kind of stuff going on where we build this pyramid shape. Then another redstone dust, another repeater, set to 2 ticks, and we're gonna start all over again with a dropper, hopper, composter combination. We're gonna have now the repeater, the comparator facing in this direction. Then we have 2 pieces of redstone dust, 2 tick repeater, 1 tick repeater, piston, and 2 tick repeater and 2 tick repeater. So here we're gonna build basically a collection where we collect all the signals. So 2, 2, 2, 2, and just redstone everywhere else. So that's it. That's our randomization part done. Next we're gonna prevent those redstone dust from connecting, and here we're gonna build ourselves a ladder that looks like this. And here we're gonna go down with 2 pieces of redstone, a repeater, another block. So we now join this circuit here. We have a repeater, then we have a sticky piston, we have another repeater, this time set to 2 tick, and then we just block up to meet this repeater here on the top. So with that done, we can already place in the red circuit. So for the red circuit, we're just gonna start with this kind of L shape, and we just do that for all other lamps as well. Then we're gonna place some repeaters, and then we have 1, block air in between where we just set the redstone torches like so. Then we're gonna have one set of redstone torches beneath. That should depower all the redstone torches we placed in the first place. Some repeaters right here. Then another layer down. Another set of repeaters. Go one layer up. A row of blocks, another layer there. Then redstone dust everywhere, like this. Prevent them from connecting, so I hope I don't build too fast. So then redstone comparator, 2 pieces of redstone, and another redstone comparator. Should look like this now. So this is of course our first green block, and here we're gonna place in our signal strength counter. So first we're gonna build here a redstone dust. We're gonna build here a block, here another block with redstone dust on top. Then this kind of shape where we have here a redstone repeater in subtraction mode. Same one goes here. Another block down with a redstone dust right here. Another redstone dust right here. Here we're gonna have a repeater as comparator set to subtraction mode. Here we're gonna have a redstone torch, and then we are already done with this side. Next up, I want to go up like this, where we place in another redstone dust that looks like that. Here we're gonna have a redstone repeater set to subtraction mode. Here we're gonna have another redstone dust on top. And then we're just gonna go down like so and build here redstone dust, redstone comparator. Here a chest with just one item in there, or doesn't matter what item it is. And here we just are gonna have a redstone torch that looks like this. So our signal strength counter is now done. Next up we want to have now our blue wool, and we just gonna place in some blue wool here with a repeater, sticky piston, repeater, and we just block up and finish it like that. So as soon as we like place a torch here, it should get us to signal strength 1, signal strength 2, signal strength 3, signal strength 4, and so on. You get the idea. And we can reset it by just powering this here. So as you can see here, signal strength just vanishes again. So then we need a lot of blocks. So just a few redstone comparators like this, and we should also get rid of this block and place it over here, otherwise it would mess up our system. Repeater right here, that should connect now with the line there. And we want to place in a node block right here with an iron block beneath. So that brings us back to our purple circuit, our pink magenta circuit, repeater set to 4 ticks right here. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Here will be a repeater, here will be just a block, and here we're gonna place a node block that is right here. And we need a pumpkin just beneath it to make it sound like if we lose. So then we're gonna block up like this, and just a few blocks over like that. We can already place in 1, 2 more observers, so 7 in total. And there we just want to have a green circuit on top then. And for the green circuit, we just add in here a dropper facing into another dropper. And the first one we just place in any stackable, non-stackable item. Then we're gonna have right here a comparator. Here we're gonna place a redstone torch like this. Then we're just gonna go like that with a few redstone, that was not a redstone dust, with a few redstone dusts like this. And here will be our second torch that should look like this. Going down now 2 blocks from this side like so. And then we're gonna grab ourselves a sticky piston that should close this gap here if extended. And by doing so, it will trigger this redstone torch here, and it will also power that one. And the first pink circuit will start right here with this torch on lamp 8, And lamp 7 is also this torch here. So by just placing it like this, it's now off and we are completely fine. So then we just want to have another repeater set to 2 ticks right here, a sticky piston right there with some pink wool, and another repeater set to 2 ticks right here. That should then perfectly connect with this one, with this circuit. And now it's still getting a little bit more complex. So we're gonna have here a redstone torch, we're gonna have here a repeater, and here we're gonna have a combined redstone dust that should, in theory, line perfectly up with this torch if we place it right there. We're gonna place here another torch. For later purposes, we just wanna place it in. Yeah, we can also place it in now, doesn't really matter. So there we have to go a sticky piston with already some magenta wool. Where is it? Right here. Here we're gonna have another sticky repeater set to 2 ticks, another repeater set to 1 tick, and now we can just join up those 2 lines perfectly. So with that done, we are now able to get the normal pistons into the game, and we're gonna set the first one of those right here. So that's where just the wool goes. So that will allow us to connect everything up, and it will also allow us to power that piston in case we do so. So next up we're gonna place in here an observer, and this observer will just place it here. That observer will just power this piston back, and it will also, as we can see here, so let's do that carefully like this. It will also power this T flip-flop here, and it will also power this one over there. So perfect. Yeah, that's done. Next up, I want to build in here the pink circuitry. We're gonna build here another dust, another repeater, and a torch. Where do we have torches? Here. And from here on, we're just gonna go up, and another one up. And from here on, we can already place in redstone dust, repeater set to 4 ticks, repeater set to 4 ticks. Then we're gonna place in this shape here, and here will be a sticky piston once more with a magenta wool block, and this one right here should connect. Oh no, that's not the right block, right up to there. So that should be extended. Yeah, they also should extend then. So just the last circuit is missing, and we have to correct this repeater here to 2 ticks. Very important at the beginning. I forgot to do that. So the last circuit we want to add is right here where this comparator is located. So just add here a repeater like this. Then we have to dig down like that. And from here on, yeah, we just gonna continue with the digging process and just also continue with the redstone wiring process like this. I think at some point we have to plug in a repeater, so why not do it now? And right here we have to place in a repeater. Okay. So we have to plug it in here, otherwise this torch will light up this redstone line. And here we're just gonna get a signal down, and we wanna get it over like so. Here we're gonna need a repeater then. Another repeater. Let's get out here. And here we just wanna add in a redstone torch like this, and another redstone torch like that. And yeah, that should complete this machine. Let's try to get around and place in that one sweet iron block. And just a small correction here at the bottom where I forgot the 2 ticks on this repeater. I also forgot them on this repeater here. which is not great. So make sure to do that as well. And now it's time to start. Just for demonstration, I will do like 6 diamonds. I know it doesn't make much sense to do it, but let's try it out. So we should get 6 diamonds now, 6 magenta wool here. The gate should now close. Yes, they already closed. Perfect. And now we can just play. Let's do it. So first diamond. Okay, 2 lamps. Second diamond. 2 lamps again. Third diamond. Okay, 1 lamp. Another diamond. So, yeah, now just like gamble it. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we won. So now it should just trigger basically the winning sequence. I think we put in 6, so we should get 12 out. Yes, perfect. And now I just want to overshoot it. And we overshoot it by just configuring it that each time we get a 100% chance of hitting 3 lamps. And yeah, that's why we just gonna remove all the stackable items in there. So let's now just bet. Yeah, just bet one item. It doesn't matter since we will lose anyway. Let's see if that one also works, the sequence. So, first diamond should get us 3 lamps and 3 lamps only. That was the 2 lamp configuration, really? Ah, of course it was a 2 lamp. No, yeah, it was a 2 lamp configuration. Really sorry for that. I have to replace that very swiftly. And I will just add 1 manual pulse. Very sorry for that inconvenience. So now with 3, let's do another one. We should get 3 now. So, and now if we do another 3, we should just reset without getting us any diamonds. Let's see. Yeah, now we lost. And we win nothing. That's exactly what we want. Perfect. Yeah, so this machine works. Now we have to restore the dropper hopper randomizers. Let's do that. And with that said, thanks for watching. As always, keep suggesting those nice video ideas, as this one is also a suggestion, of course. Oh, that was the wrong button. And yeah, if you like more content, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that like button. And also, if you encountered any issues with your build, there's a world download link in the video description where you can download this exact world behind me, and you will be very happy to search here for your issues, since there are 2 functioning versions of those machines and you can compare your results better to the existing ones. So with that said, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.